Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, hosting Cruz, and guys, I am here to talk about a very interesting fight, maybe one of the most interesting fights that I've ever talked about on my channel. And it is scheduled for July 13th on the Janny Beck title defense undercard. July 13th on ESPN. And I think this fight is likely the co-feature. Yes, it is. Here you have Raymond Muratalla, 20-0, 16 KOs. One of the most highly touted prospects, rising contenders at 135 pounds. One of Robert Garcia's best fighters in his camp, who is very impressive, ladies and gentlemen. Who's been impressive in the ring, can box, can punch, takes a good shot, has that switch where he can turn it up and get mean in there. The opponent, Nakatilia, remember when he fought Nakatilia? He really starched Nakatilia, got him out of there early, man. Like, surprisingly, Nakatilia is no slouch. So he stopped him in 2 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Prior to that, he hasn't really fought anyone, but it's the way he's been beating these guys. Here he is now. He's going to be taking on one of the true veterans of the sport, his biggest opponent, his best opponent so far in his young, promising career. Even Robert Garcia said he's going to be a future world champion. A lot of people are saying he's going to be, if he has what it takes, he's going to be a future world champion. But in order to get to that title shot, he's going to have to fight guys like the one he's fighting. And that is Tevin Farmer, former featherweight world champion. 33 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 8 KOs. Not known for his punching power. But he's one of the best pure boxers in the sport today. Tevin Farmer, ladies and gentlemen, he's been in there with some pretty solid competition. Let me break it down for you. So he's been in there with Dolly's Prescott. If you don't know who Dolly's Prescott is, he's Brady's Prescott brother. From Colombia, both fighters, of course, brothers. Hard punching Colombians. Brady's Prescott fought Mike Alvarado. He's been in there with Terrence Crawford. Vicious puncher in his time. Good fighter in his prime. So Dolly's Prescott didn't reach the level. He wasn't as known as Brady's, but he was a good fighter. And when eventually Dolly's was used as stepping stone, but when Tevin Farmer fought him back in 2015, Dolly's was no stepping stone. He was still not he was not in the journeyman level yet. He had 30 wins, 2 losses when they fought. And Farmer actually stopped him in 8 rounds. Then Tevin Farmer fought Ivan Redkach. Now, Ivan Redkach was 19-1 and 1 draw coming in with Tevin Farmer, when Tevin Farmer beat him by unanimous decision. Now, this isn't the same Redkach that fought just a few days ago on Pro Box TV, that Jukembayev played with and did what he wanted to do with him and stopped him in 3-4 rounds? No, this was still Ivan Redkach in his prime. Totally different fighter. So Tevin Farmer beat him by unanimous decision. Then Tevin Farmer fought Kenichi Ogawa. Very good Japanese fighter, former world champion. When they fought for the super featherweight world title, Farmer won the fight. Right? Matter of fact, hold on one second. So I thought it was a fight that Tevin Farmer won, actually. Even though Ogawa got the split decision. It was a fight that I thought he won. And the thing is, here's the thing. This was Tevin Farmer's first world title shot. They gave it to Ogawa by split decision. Ogawa eventually tested positive for a banned substance, so they changed it to a no contest. Then Farmer fought Billy Dib. And that's when he won the super featherweight world title by unanimous decision. He Then he fought Francisco Fonseca. Good fighter. With punching power, all that stuff. From Managua, Nicaragua. Tank fought him. Ryan Garcia fought him. Both knocked him out. Then he fought Jono Carral. Tough fighter from Ireland. And Carral is no slouch. He's been in there with, obviously, Tevin Farmer. He's been in there with Scott Quigg. He actually stopped Scott Quigg in 11 rounds. Scott Quigg is a tough fighter. Very good fighter. He's been in there with Maxie Hughes. Lost that fight. And he also been in there with Andy Vences. Beat Andy Vences. And in his last fight, he beat Miguel Marriaga. True veteran of the sport. So Carral, when he fought Tevin Farmer beat him by unanimous decision. Now, when Tevin Farmer fought Jojo Diaz, he lost that fight by unanimous decision. It derailed his momentum, and not only derailed his momentum, but it derailed his momentum to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Tevin Farmer is one of those fighters that has been calling out Tank for years, screaming Tank's name out for years. Prior to getting beat by Diaz, you can see why Tevin has been calling out Tank for years. He lost to Pedraza, right? Jose Pedraza in 2012. He got stopped by Pedraza in 8 rounds. The fight was 8-rounder, and he got stopped in the last round. So prior to that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So over 20 fights he's had since the loss of Pedraza before getting beat by Diaz. So, and winning a world title and getting solid wins over good fighters. He had a good point. He had a good reason to call out Tank Davis. He was schooling these guys, outboxing him, being slippery in there, winning a world title. And he was calling out Tank Davis, and I'm sure he still wants to fight Tank. I personally have been following Tevin since he's been calling out Tank from the beginning. And I still want to see that fight. And I hope Tevin gets the opportunity to actually fight Tank Davis. It's not late. Tevin is still, he's not an old man. He's 33 years old. Tank ain't too far in age as well. He's a bit younger. I think Tank is what, 29, 30? So the fight can still happen. Tevin Farmer, after the Diaz fight, he fought in 3 years. So a lot of inactivity, a lot of rust. He shook that inactivity and rust off. He's fought 3 more times since then. And now he's stepping into his best challenge since Diaz in 3 years in Raymond Muratalla. Now Tevin, with the experience that he has coming into this fight, the pure boxer that he is, the highly skilled, being slippery in there, the craft, all that can go on display against Muratalla. You know, he can expose Muratalla, take advantage of the inexperience of Muratalla, even though Muratalla is very good. But Muratalla is really good. So this isn't going to be no easy fight for neither guys. Muratalla is going to have to deal with a ton of experience that Tevin Farmer will be bringing to him. And Tevin Farmer is going to have to be dealing with a younger, fresher, hard-punching fighter who's hungry and who's very promising. So this is a solid fight. This is a co-main event in a Johnny Beck July 13 card. Honestly, to be honest, I like Tevin Farmer's chances in this fight, regardless of how highly praised Muratalla is coming in and has been in his career. I think with the experience of Farmer, he's got a pretty solid resume. Doesn't have a resume full of elite fighters, but he's got pretty good fighters. He's been a world champion before. He's a skilled veteran. And he's still he's still not that old. 33 years old. He's not that old. So, I mean, he's been off for 3 years, so a lot of rest. But like I said, he's fought 3 times since then. And Tevin Farmer is hungry. He's posted on Instagram that he wants to be a 2-time world champion. And I'm sure he's gunning for that Tank fight. He still wants Tank Davis. Tevin Farmer has been screaming Tank's name out since 2017. And I'm hoping that, I'm telling you something. Let me tell you something. If Tevin Farmer can actually go in there and beat someone like Muratalla, Tank has no choice but to turn around and agree to finally give Tevin the fight. That's if he beats Muratalla. He's got a chance though. He's got a chance. I like his chances. So let me know what you guys think about this tremendous fight at 135 pounds. Tevin Farmer versus Raymond Muratalla on ESPN, July 13th. Co-main event, the Johnny Beck's fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosted Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.